Hello, fine folks, and welcome to Booghy Plays. This evening, let's check the chat. Let's check the sound. The sound seems alright. This evening, we are continuing our top 100 games of all time. We are entering the top 50 games of all time. Good games, good games. We're going to talk about a lot of good games. Unfortunately, we were supposed to be three today, but we got one. A last moment at the last moment, the third one couldn't make it. So, it was scheduled. It was scheduled, and so we needed to move forward. So that is why it's going to be just the two of us. Just the two of us. Hello, Radu. I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, I had my mic off. I'm still living in the silent movie era. I'm discovering Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I would like to see you.
In black and white.
No.
It can be done.
Yeah, that's easy. No, talk about games in black and white.
No, as we're continuing our journey into our knowledge of board games. So as far as we we can tell. So yeah, I mean we have some. I have a pretty decent selection of games, so I'm pretty confident that some of you will like it.
Okay, I can't wait to hear what you have on your top
You have
50.
green light to destroy if you want to.
Of course I will. Of course I will.
We've already talked about King of Tokyo, so don't
Yeah,
worry. It's not
I'm
on this.
waiting for the black edition or something, or the big box edition.
Don't spoil my number one.
Of course, a warm welcome to everyone who's coming and joining us. It's going to be you're going to be first. I'm going to be second. We're going to start like this, and I'm quite curious to see what your numbers are. So let's start the TVs.
Right.
All right, and I am quite curious. What is your number 50? Let's start with
All right,
number 50.
so this is a list that has almost the entire top 40s are new entries. So yeah, these we'll see if they will stay in the top 50. They have a big chance of dropping further down, but for now it's in that sweet middle ground.
They're mediocre.
I still can put some of these down here and nobody will give me any grief for it. So my first pick is a game that did so much for the hobby. It's not Catan. It's the next best thing,
It's
and you know
Carcassonne?
how I like cooperative games, and this one has
Pandemic.
Pandemic. Exactly. You read my mind. So
see.
this is a 2008 game
Yes.
release. It had a plethora of reinventions, reiterations. They reskins the same game with different, covers. So I will just go with the plain Pandemic, and then you branch out to whatever card box you like. It's like I said, it's a cooperative game. You're trying to cure diseases that just spawn in different cities, and you try to cure
By collecting sets of cards.
correct sets of cards. Yeah, it's a good entry into the hobby.
Yeah, it's a
Is
very
it?
good entry to the hobby. Yeah, especially because it is cooperative.
This is not for Booghy because he's an alpha player. Do not play with him. He will tell you what to do. It's pointless for you to be at the table.
Yeah, but we will win.
That's not the point.
Of
it's
course, it
not the
is the point.
destination, it's the journey. If you fail, you have something to talk to your grandma about.
Yeah,
So
if we fail, it's all your fault. If we
it's
win,
all your
it's all
fault.
my
Yeah.
it's
But
all my
it's,
doing.
yeah, you're just looking there. Oh, you're gonna do that. That's better. You don't need to be, we tell everyone what to do, but it's a really fun one if you get into the mood. Probably not the best game to play during the pandemic, which was really hard. And now we can reminisce and talk about the bad, and we survived it, and we can enjoy once again this title. Um,
um,
so
yeah,
there's a lot of content out there. There's um, the what's it, campaign that was, it's like 3 boxes, but we were talking about the base game.
you
You
talk about the legacies.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I've played this game with some kids. Uh, the kids were
Did
um,
you save the world or did you let it
no,
burn?
we lost in the last round.
Oh, poor kids.
Uh, but there were kids who were 7 years old and 7 to 10 years old. We've played a four-player game,
Hmm.
and man, they were hooked. Throughout
Yeah.
all the game, they were hooked, and they wanted to be there, and they wanted to save the world from
If
diseases.
if if this game doesn't get you in the board game hobby, nothing will. That's an
Yep,
exaggeration, but it was a gateway for many many people.
yep,
I know.
and it's a good gateway game, especially for its cooperative nature.
Do you approve?
Uh, it's okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
My number 50, it's skyrocketed into this top 50, and this one has the yeah, it most probably will go down even further or up even further in the top 50, maybe even into the top 10 at some point. The game is, and I have only managed to play it once,
Don't
uh,
tell me
but
it's the new one.
but it is exactly the new one. It's
Wow.
called Hegemony. Boy, this game is fun and good. Boy, it's good. I cannot tell you how good it is until you've played it. If you're like me and you enjoy a good economic game, which has, it's not just an economic game, it has a very good game underneath. It's an asymmetrical game where we all have a set of cards. We draw a certain number of cards, and we play. We have five rounds. Every 5 rounds you have 5 actions. Every round you have 5 actions, sorry. And you have certain actions. You either play a card for the actions, which is this one. It says propose 2 bills, or you discard the card in order to do a specific action for your faction. And you also have some free actions which you can do. You can do one free action between or your actions, as you usually do. It's a heavier game, that's true, and all you try to do, of course, is score the most money, the most points. Sorry, you try to make money to make points, and there are 4 factions. There is the state, there is the working class, there is the middle class, and so the state, the middle class, working class, and there is one more.
Capitalists?
Like the capitalists, yes. The capitalists wants to make money. The working class wants good wages.
Jobs.
Yeah. The middle class is somewhere in between the capitalists and the working class. And the state, well, the state wants to do best for everyone, which is practically impossible, and for itself to make as much money, of course, as it can.
Or
Uh,
If you're Eastern European, to be corrupt as.
exactly. Man, this game is good, and this is. We will talk a lot about after we play it. But all I can say is, if you manage to play it somewhere, try it. You might like it if you're into these teams, as I am. Fun game. My number 50 is Hegemony.
Politics, the board game.
It's not politics, the board game. There's more politics in, I think, probably which has a political phase, if I remember, in Twilight Imperium.
Oh, really?
So, so it's not
At least
necessarily.
it's in
It has
space.
politics. You could, apparently, you could do some talking. Yeah, but yeah. I wouldn't say it's politics, the board game. You'll see. You'll play it. Number 49, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to number 49. What is your number 49, my friend?
Well, this is a game that you introduced me to. We've played it on your channel. It's a game from 2020. We had a lot of fun with it. Another cooperative. It's oh wow, it's back to back. I didn't even think about theme here or mechanics. So, what do you think from
Cooperative.
it's in prehistoric times.
Oh, it's paleo.
Is paleo. This game, I can
It's fun.
reminisce the fun moments that we had playing that game and choosing, oh, do we want a bit of danger or we go fish, we go down the stream.
Yeah.
And you could get lost. I mean, oh, this looks like a peaceful way to pass your time. Oh, it's a mammoth. Oh, okay, thank. I have no tools. I have no weapons. I'm already wounded. So you can imagine it's like you're gonna hunt that animal. But so it's all about working together to
survive.
In essence, you're trying to build or paint a cave painting.
Yeah.
That's how you
To
win
be
the
an
game.
artist. You want to be
You're an
an
artist
artist, yeah.
in the Stone Age. So,
Yeah.
you,
It's fun. It's a fun game. Really,
yeah,
really fun game.
you have to forge tools. You have to manage your danger cards, well, your health and food. Everything's important. You want to do a lot of things, but at the end, the best. You really cannot plan ahead because there's surprises at every corner. This is flip a card. Ooh, what's happening? And
You
deal with it.
can you have a certain amount of planning, because you practically you look at the first three cards, you see the fourth card, you see their backs, and you can plan a bit. Okay, this turn we will do this, and next turn maybe we'll go to the camp and forge something, and yeah, it's fun. I mean, I think lately this one surprised me as a co-op, because it's so different to the pandemic model of creating a board game. Yeah, a co-op board game. So I am quite. I really want to try the expansion at this game and see what it brings.
Yeah.
So yeah, quite a good choice. I approve this one.
All right.
I approve.
Good.
My
First
number
one.
49 is a game. It's in the top 50. It's entered. Last year wasn't. And it's a game that we have played on stream. It's a game that I am the bad one, and
Oh,
it's a game
Middle Earth Quest.
Middle Earth Quest. I like this game. I mean, you can see the playthrough. There's yeah, it's an oldie but a goodie. This is a 2009, I think, release. It holds up. I think it has one of the smartest combat systems.
That
Um,
I haven't seen replicated.
yep,
You know,
exactly.
that deck, that it's your life, it's also your hit points, it's everything. And you use
Yep,
them in so many, very intelligent ways. I
yep.
haven't seen replicated before. Yeah.
I like it. It's I don't yeah. Usually people today want games that are they want the epic experience in an hour, which I truly don't believe. It's like wanting I want a whole marriage in an hour. That's impossible. You won't get
Yeah.
it. You either want an epic game or you want a short game. You can't have them both. It's it's rather rare you would get a 1 hour experience that feels like a 4 hour experience. It's almost impossible. So
Yeah.
I have nothing against the length of the game, which I don't feel it. I feel engaged all 3 hours while I play this game. I feel engaged. It's fun. I like being the baddie, and I like moving the pieces, putting the influence. I like hearing you talk. Uh, and choosing your strategy. Where do I go? What do I do? And then me trying to see what you do.
Hmm.
Uh, it offers surprises. It offers fun, and it is a good system. I mean, this is what I like. Is it the game is good or not? So I quite enjoyed this one. My number one against many. This is a classical, let's say one against many, and I don't like a lot of these. And I don't
Is
have.
this Ameritrash or Euro,
I
or is
I
it a hybrid?
I think it's a hybrid. Because underneath you have certain Euro style mechanisms. I mean, uh, yeah, Cory Konietzka and Peterson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Christian Peters.
Christian Peterson did. They they don't go just one way. I mean, let's do. It's not dice rolls and see what happens.
Mm.
It has a game. It has strategy underneath. It has mechanisms. I have a route building mechanism there. I have some resources which I need to manage. I mean, it's a hybrid.
Mm.
So that's my number 49, which is um, yeah, Middle Earth Quest. What is your number 48?
All right. So this kind is the one I've
Hello,
that
Gabi.
this
Yes.
entered my top 50s quite strong, like yours. Which one was it? It's Hegemony, right?
Yeah.
So this one I had the chance to see it as a prototype, then I saw it as a finished product. This is a game brewer game that's about climbing a tree.
Oak? Is it Oak?
Yes, it
You
is
like Oak
oak.
that much? I haven't
This
made.
is this is a worker placement game at its core, with converting stuff into points. Basically, it's a I this is why it's in the middle ground, right? I need to play it more to see if I like it the same way I did so far. So, I will see if it will grow up or go down. This is you have your druids, and the thing that I think this is how board games have similar mechanics with a twist. Now, the twist here is that you can customize your druids and put a hood, put a bag, put some horns, and that will make your druids do a different action, right?
I see.
So that's this is what I like about it. You can customize what actions you want and what do you want him to do. So Well, aside other things that like you're showing potions, and these are, I think, creatures that you can take advantage of. Like it's not like take advantage. It's your through their help. you that sounded really bad.
You
But
take
yeah.
advantage of those druids. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, well, this is a fun worker placement that has that twist, and I would definitely try it before and see if it has a place in your collection. Yeah.
I see.
So
Try. I,
it's the
I,
toy factor about this is really that hooked me, and
I see.
it didn't let me go.
I see. I see. I don't. Yeah. Maybe I'll manage to get a copy. Who knows?
Yeah.
And maybe we'll play it at some point. My number 48, right? My number 48 is a classic. We have played it here on stream. We have played it in Romanian. We have played it in English. We should be playing it again with on the expansion map, on the map from the expansion. And the game is Turnon Taxis.
All right.
I like this game. This is
Apparently, I like it more than you
well, who knows? We'll see. I like this game. This is a one of the games which I've played a lot in the beginning times of being a board gamer. It's each you there is a that saying that a very well-known reviewer fell asleep playing this game. You should watch our playthroughs. You're yeah, we can't stop laughing, and laughing at each other's pains, or me laughing at Radu's pain.
Yeah.
uh, eh,
Wiping the cards,
yeah.
waiting for that perfect, and this it's just no, painful.
It's a tactical. It's also a strategic and tactical game. I think it's
Mm.
one of the best that comes out of the old classical German school of design. I think these games are rare these days, and I am still happy to have it, play it, and recommend it to everyone who wants to play a. I call it a smarter ticket to ride.
Yeah.
So that's my number 48, Turn and
I don't
Taxis.
know how available this game is. It's kind of
I think it will become probably, but it is easy to find.
really.
Yeah, it's easy to find on the second-hand market, and um, um, it's not expensive. Let's go to number 47. What's your number 47?
Uh, Another game that went to town with its components, the toy factor again, but it's done with it's not overproduced because the component actually serves the purpose. And
What
it's
are you
a game from
talking about?
2017.
Rhino Hero.
You what?
Rhino Superhero.
Okay, that's for kids.
Yeah.
Give me more credit than that, please. We're past half the, I can't put that in. So this is not that. It's Dice Forge. Did you play this one?
No, I haven't played Dice Forge.
This is a masterclass in design, in presentation. You get this from retail, and it feels like a premium content that you would buy from a Kickstarter. The insert is amazing. The way you store things, and the thing that hooks people here is that you can customize the faces of the
Of the
die.
tie, yeah.
So if you upgrade it, just take that face out and pop a new one in. And it's so satisfying. You see if it's going big and bigger. And it's pretty much a set collection game with a presence that is unrivaled. I really recommend this game. not by its presence, but it has some decent mechanics under the hood. I would really recommend this. It's easy to get into. It's not complicated, and after a few rounds, you really know what to do, and you just
Yeah,
customize those dice, and you really have to try to actually to get the feeling out of it. I cannot explain, by talking about it. You need to try it on your own.
I see. Um,
If you get a copy, yeah,
did you
it's
play
addictive.
Dice Realms? I think Dice Realms.
That's the new one, right?
Yep,
That has a
yep.
gazillion faces. I think it kind of mimics this one in a way that
And I think it's a.
unflattering. It isn't. It just the. I haven't played that one. It's a new one. I didn't get
I
that.
see. I haven't either. It's a Tom Lehman design, and I would want to play that one. So let's go
We'll see.
to my number 47, which is a worker placement game, where you have different types of workers who have the ability to do different. The same worker does different things.
Is
Uh,
Oak?
sorry.
It feels like you're talking about Oak.
Yeah, no, no, this is a good game. Uh,
Oof. That was a good stab.
the game is Railroad Revolution. Uh, a, Unfortunately, I think the way things look like now defunct. What's your game? Who knows? But the game is Railroad Revolution, which why do I like this game? Well, you have different types of workers, and those workers you have here different actions on your player board. It's a worker placement board where all the worker placement spots are on your board, and they you it's all there accessible. No one can take your actions practically. You can do
But
your
that
actions.
makes it a multiplayer solitaire.
One way, I wouldn't say it's multiplayer solitaire because here happens there are some routes here on the big board which you would want, and you'd have to move to take those routes before somebody else takes it from you.
Mm.
Also, there are some spots, also some other spots on the board where here there should be, yeah, depends where you put it. If you see it, I don't know. Let me go. I want
Ticket
to
to
see the
Ride for
board.
heavy gamers.
No, no, no. Also here you need to put some houses, and it's also a race there to put those houses to get some bonuses. And the what is fun about this game is the fact that the same action is more powerful when you use special workers there, and you need to get you will need certain workers. Also, when you do contracts, you will need to remove some of your workers, some of your workforce. So you need to balance your workers in a very very smart way.
Well, they look like they're having fun. One's sleeping.
No one's sleeping, my friend. This is a fun game, very fun game. It had one problem. This track here, the game was a bit stale after 10, 15 plays. It was almost the same every time. And it got fixed with the expansion, which is called Railroad Evolution. And with that expansion, the game is in my top 50. I really like this game, and most likely we will play it very soon on the channel. I don't know if it's easy to find. I don't know if you can find it these days. Let's hope What's Your Game or somebody else, if What's Your Game died, let's hope they will manage to someone else will reprint this game, because this is a good game, very good game.
All right.
Number 47 for me was Railroad Revolution, which was number 26 last year. It has fallen a bit, but it's still in the top 50.
Okay. Well,
Let's go to number 46, right? You go, my friend.
46. This is a.
Wait a second, because apparently it doesn't want to work anymore. Okay, go, go, go.
We're not working.
Yes, we
Has
are.
the AI stopped?
Yeah.
Um. All right. So this is a 2018 title.
Yes.
All right.
Tell us.
It's a it's a it's an easy game to get into, and it has marbles. It's not the game you're thinking of. Let
Wait, wait.
Golem
Yeah,
let
wait, wait.
Golem there. Don't
Is it?
talk to me about Golem.
Yeah, but
This
it
is
starts with a G,
it is start with a G.
right?
It
Does
is.
it does start with a G, right?
Yeah,
It does, and it's
and
it's it's an engine builder, right?
it is an engine builder, and this is engine building the
The
the marble game.
the marble game.
It's
Yeah.
this is just take a marble, reserve a card, build that card, and that card will give you an ongoing benefit or effect that allows you to take other colored marbles, convert those marbles into a it's 4 points. It's really distilled, but the gameplay is fast and you don't really get it. It doesn't overstay welcome, so you can get it for more to the table. And that dispenser there, there's some issues with it because it's cardboard.
Yeah.
You can store it by separating it. So if you play it a lot, it might. I'm not sure about its resistance,
Yeah,
but
I think there was a new version which had a plastic one.
yeah, I don't have that one. I have the
I have the old one
I have
also.
the cardboard one, and it
Yeah,
still works. But sometimes the balls just
the marbles.
marbles just stay stuck there, and they don't want to come out. You have to jiggle it around to
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what colors are right. Yeah, it's a fun game. Just have your options there of picking that marble and trying to build the best engine that you can. So
Yeah, this is a
yeah,
Phil
it is
Walker Harding
it
design.
exactly.
I think it's one of his best. Yeah,
Yeah,
quite like it myself also. It was localized here, and I got a copy. And fun game, fun game.
we should play.
If we have the chance, first we have to finish what's coming. My number 46 is a new entry in my top 100. Is a new entry.
Hmm.
Is a Garfield game, and the game is Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Uh,
The newer
the
one.
newer one. I did not know what to expect when I played this one, and I have to say that I like it a lot, and it has the opportunity to go higher. Uh, because this, as I've said it, this feels like the closest game they've made to a true Euro game until now. It's so little. It's almost multiplayer solitaire, almost. Yeah, you. The only thing which is interactive is you take cards from the other player, which he might want. Other than that, you don't have a lot of interaction. And but it's so good, and it feels so good to play it. And I've said it after I play this game, I feel like I have taken a walk on a summer evening, watching the sky. On a cool summer evening, watching the sky. It just feels that way, and it's a huge part of it is those drawings that the Micho did.
Mm.
Very good game, which I highly. If you are not a fan of other of their games, I do think try this one though. You might enjoy it. My number 46 was Wayfarers of the South Tigris. What is your number 45, my friend?
Probably the heaviest game rules wise game on this list. It was released in 2021,
Okay.
and
Have you played
it's
it?
no, we haven't. This is a game I've tested in Spiel, and it really gives you the medieval knight in shining armor trying to go on these you're trying to fulfill those quests. You go on tournaments on how are they jousting, right? You know what? It's the glory. It's called Glory Game of Knights.
I see.
Just you need to show the main board. It's another worker placement game. Wow, there are a lot of of this
I
type of game.
haven't played this one. This is a let's see who Stratego. It's Stratego.
Stratego, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is if you want to be in the metal plates of a knight, trying to do these feats, gathering, trying to pick the best horse, upgrading that horse. Your armor goes from
How do you upgrade the horse?
well, you go and you pay for it. So yeah, there's a worker placement spot there. If you have enough, you just flip
my,
over a card. Now your horse is brand new and shiny,
and what
and more
happened with the other
powerful.
one?
And yeah. Well, upgrading your
Salami.
what? Salami? What's
Salami.
no? Basically it's upgrading your dice because you start with your
So
basic
your
ones,
horse are
and
dice.
your armor is dice, your horse is dice, your force you have, you throw dice, and the highest of these the all you've rolled, that's your combat result. So this is how you go up tracks. So the one on the right, that's the tournament track, which
I
you
see.
go
Yeah.
against 2 versus 2, go against the AI. Well, there's many ways to play. It goes from 1 to 4, I think. And then those are, you could go and get cards that will give you resources that will, you know,
Allow you
those.
to get to upgrade more horses.
Yeah, well, you can only upgrade it that much, right? So, it's. I think
I
it's
now
level 3. That's the top. The top.
now I
The
want to see the I want to play this game to upgrade the horse, my
upgrade the
horse.
horse. Yeah, with machine guns. I
Okay.
don't know.
Um,
Yeah, this is this is.
it
I
looks like
think
a Euro game. What's wrong with you?
what?
It looks like a Euro game. What's wrong with you?
It is like a Euro game, but I feel the theme shines through. That's
I
what I'm
see.
wanting to take. It takes you there. You feel that every step you take is what 500 years ago a knight would have to do. So you just have to roll with it.
I see.
You know?
Okay, that's number 45,
Yeah.
right? You're 45. Let's go to my 45. My 45, well, probably had horses. In order,
Not upgradable ones.
and in order to upgrade them, you would need to feed them cabbages and pumpkins, and the game is about being in China a long time ago, and being at some gates and the
Of
exchange
Loyang.
of Loyang, yes, and yeah, practically upgrading horses for food.
I've never played this one.
No, this is a game about farming because it's a Uwe Ronsenberg game. Uh, a great game, which I highly recommend. I have played this game on stream, and I have played it twice in English. I've played it, and you can find a solo playthrough of it. And I think it's best at solo or as a two-player game. You don't need a third player on this game. You just, I yeah, you have so little interaction that you don't need more than two, in my opinion. It's not a very short game. That's another thing, and you want to concentrate on how to produce your things. You have your, let's see if I can find a higher. Come on, I don't want to see. Yeah, you have your production. These are on your cards. You have product, and you. This is here, as you can see here. You produce radishes. You produce some beans, and these are on your fields. And also, you can trade at the market if you. This will give me. This girl will give me for my radish. Will give me a radish if I give her a whole other good, or she will give me a bean if I give her two goods. And you will practically produce resources, and you'll exchange resources in order to make money. You spend those money for points. The first step at the end of a round, you need to spend money to get points. So let's say right now we are on 12. So if I want to go to 13, I spend $1 on that round at the end of that round. But if I want to go to 14, I need to spend $14. So, and if I want to go to 15, I need to spend 1 plus 14 plus 15 in one round. And the sooner you spend as much as you can to go as high as you can, it will be cheaper. But at the beginning of the game, you want to set up, and you want to create. Yeah, you want to set up for later, and it's such a good balancing act. I truly enjoyed this game. I have fond memories of playing it, and yeah, it is fun. Uwe does not disappoint.
Yeah.
My number.
This needs serious makeup.
I like it. I like it the way it is. I don't need anything else from it.
Yeah, I'll show you a pretty game.
Number 44, you want to say?
Yeah, I think that nobody can deny that if you see this cover, you will be stopped in your tracks.
Okay.
This is a 2021.
Yeah, but this is a 2010, 2011 game, so.
Okay. You're still talking about yours?
Yeah,
I thought we moved past being in the market in China. So, all right.
Tell us about your magnificent game.
This magnificent game is the third cooperative game on this list. This just happened. I don't know. So, this is.
You weren't thinking.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't thinking. I just said it out loud.
A game which is beautiful, and it's co-op. But I truly think it's not Spirit Island, because
it's not Spirit Island. It's Vincent Dutray. I think it's
all Trey.
It is all Trey. Well done, sir. You've done your homework.
Oh no!
You have a shining star from me.
Does it have anything in common with Last Bastion and the one that I had on my top 100?
It's a different system. Yeah, it really. Now that you mention it, okay, this will fall from my top 50. Anyway, so yeah, that cover. Just look at that cover. If we are not convinced, then let's talk further. This is another protect your
Territory?
castle,
I see.
tower defense, disaster will come your way. You have to work together to take these and um, yeah, trying to fend off attackers. It
Invaders.
has fantasy elements to it. I don't want to spoil any of its contents because this is a narrative sort of driven game. So once you go through its chapters, its replayability goes down considerably.
You can burn it, right? And
Well, no, it's too pretty to burn. You could frame it. That's its solution.
yeah, but
Uh,
this wood could keep you warm in winter.
no, it's my soul will be warm by looking at it. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
what about your feet?
this really is it needs expansions to keep it fresh in
I
order
see.
to make the to keep it playing it. You could play with different game groups and but yeah, the story element is or the surprise is spoiled once you've run through one of its
How many
chapters.
how many campaigns does it have?
Oh, are there? I don't want to lie. I think there are five.
I see.
So
So,
yeah,
th-
we've played
well,
we've played we've
I
played the first two, and they're really replayable because the cards are mixed together and the results will be randomized. But once you have seen, you know what to expect. The surprise is
is
gone.
gone,
But
huh?
you
Yeah,
can take a more the deduction. Where did you kind of think of your other plays and take the best decision, but not story wise. You're not surprised that way. But yeah, it's still a great cooperative game that takes you through a journey.
I see.
Final
I see.
one.
Yeah, I think Loyang does that pretty well, and it's pretty replayable. Every
Okay.
time when you go to the market, you'll find a new lady who wants to change beans with you.
Well, if I am to choose between the two, what will I choose? I'm
Yeah,
honest,
you buy games
honesty
by
to
their
God.
cover, I know. My number 44 is a game which is plain ugly, the ugliest game you'll ever see on any of my lists.
Okay, I will go blind. I will
Uh,
not even look.
it is, yeah, you'll probably be horrified by this, the way it looks, but it's such a good game. It's such a good Euro, and it's so thematic. I mean, the theme makes sense. Everything that you do makes sense. 90% of what you do it makes sense.
Okay.
Um, and it is thematic, but it's so ugly. The game is Lignum. Uh, One of the ugliest game you'll ever see.
Yeah,
It's,
that's certainly a selling point.
I mean, the cover is not that bad. The cover is quite okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the board. This is not even a half bad. Huh, it seems decent. Now let's get to the board. Now look at that beautiful board. I have seen better looking prototypes. I have here behind me the prototype for Unconscious Mind. That Lignum looks like a sub prototype. It's
Well,
awful. Awful. But man, it's a good game. And it has a good system underneath. And it's fun. And it's one of those games I should have hired one more worker. This you go on a path and you take what you need on that path and then you go into the woods and cut wood. That wood, you take it on your player board, you dry it and then sell it. You can keep it to dry it longer because you have certain contracts which asks for certain types of wood, certain type of dried wood, and so on and so forth. And it's pretty simple, and I mean you can understand what you're doing, But the depth of the decision is what makes this game fun. Is you move and you need cutters. If you don't take enough cutters to cut your wood, well, tough luck. And you need cutters here in the forest, and then you need cutters down there on your player board, and you need also to have food. You can't go without food, and it's a very, very good game. That this is, I think, probably it would get into my top 10 if it would have looked like a game should look these days. And I do hope at some point Capstone will, or maybe some other publisher will, take this game and give it the treatment that it deserves. Fine, good. We will play this game, as horrifying as it looks. We will play this game and have fun with it, I can assure you. My number 44, which I think was 20 something last year. Let me see, where was Lignum? Was 20 last year. Yeah, 20 was last year, was Lignum. And Gates of Lang was 41, now it's 45. It was Gates of Lang remained right around there. Let's go to number 43.
43. I know for a fact that you will approve this game 100%. Okay. This is a 2013. It's 10 years old now. It's one of the biggest boxes I have. It's a I don't know how to. It's Francis Drake.
I hate it.
No, you don't. Don't lie to me. I know you too well. So. Yeah, you can't tell that to me with a straight face.
No.
This is.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't.
Basically, you're gathering supplies.
And this is not good to burn because it has a lot of plastic in it.
That's not a reason. The reason is a good game. Okay, that's not it.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, the first thing that you do is gather supplies, people, guns, special abilities.
What is fun about getting supplies is the fact that you move on these, and you cannot, if you go too much in front, you cannot go back. So if you need supplies from back, you cannot go back and get supplies from there, because who comes from behind gets everything.
You won't go. You will go as slowly as possible, because these spots are very looked and sought after. So if you go empty-handed, you come home with your tail between your teeth. So
but of course it is also important to get faster to your ship. So you can sail first to get to the goodies first.
Yeah, but even then, you in turn order, you get to place where you will go with that boat. So that the second part is where the bluffing comes in.
Yeah.
And where do I need to succeed, and where do I think I might succeed? And that's so satisfying when you reveal those numbers and you either bust.
It's a bidding practically. It's a blind bidding system practically.
Yeah.
The second part of the game. The first part is getting the resources and then spending those resources through a blind bidding system on certain, let's call it, worker placement spots in a way.
I get it. It's not on your top 100 because you would not talk about it.
No, it's not in my top 100 though. But it's my 150.
Right. So, yeah, it's really, what it does well, and it's it's fun to go on that road, trying to see what's left, what other people are taking, and preparing for your voyage is it forces you to take decisions that will. It's long time planning, right?
Yeah, long-term planning. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's not like, oh, I'll just place discs here and there willy-nilly, because then you're not efficient, right? It's,
Yeah.
you need to know what you're taking and where you can go later. It's it's really works, and it completes my endeavor, collection.
This is so good because, I mean,
It's so hard to stream though.
it's hard to stream, yeah, because of the blind bidding mechanism. Um, it's and I think it still looks good even though it's a 10-year-old game.
Right?
For
The
is a great
production of it, it
production,
has
yeah,
those boats.
yeah,
They have two types of boats. You
yep,
can operate to a galleon. I
yeah.
don't. This is a fabulous production, and it aged phenomenally.
I think yeah, it aged well. Um, I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but
No, it's
still,
surprising, right?
I like it.
But no one can tell bad things about it. That's the
I
making of a
told you I
good
hate it
design.
in the beginning. What do you want to
Yeah,
know?
you just wanted to be against. That doesn't work. Doesn't count if you're lying.
Let's go to my number 43, right? My
Yeah,
number
almost
43.
done.
This list was 45 last year, so it's more or less there. It's an Alexander Pfister title. It's a game which I enjoy a lot, and it's called
Mm.
Mombasa. Mombasa. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it has the theme that it has. I still like this one more than I like Sky Mines. Um, I like the graphics. I like everything more about this one than I like. And you practically do the same things, but you do them in space where no one cares. Um,
Right.
yeah, it's a worker placement, sort of a. It has a very interesting deck building, call it deck constructing, and an interesting card playing mechanism, which he used also in Blackout Hong Kong. You take books. I mean, the theme is there, and not. It's an economic game practically. Uh, Economic simulation. I don't have the chest. I have the classic variant, but I like it a lot. I think it's one of his best designs.
Mm.
Um, I like a lot using the card, how you get the cards, how you construct that deck, and how you make the puzzle of playing your cards on your player mat, on a player board, in a certain way that you manage to get them at the right time back into your hand. Um, it's fun. This is a fun game. Which I have a sound problem. You can't hear me. Oh,
Sounds
that's
fine to
weird.
me.
What do you? Does it now? Can you hear me now, Andrei? Can you hear me now? Because my okay, okay,
He
thank you.
says it's okay right now.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what happens. Um, yeah. So yeah, I was talking about Mombasa. It's I still yeah, it had that problem with the theme, but I think the theme is done in a correct way. I haven't seen any of these games talking about and glorifying what happened in those years. Yeah, this is what happened. Use games as a platform to talk about what happened. Look, this is what happened,
Yeah.
and I am playing a game, and I'm not taking too much into consideration everything else. I don't want to. It's just it's a game.
Yeah.
And
And it
I
is a pretty heavy game. I see that it
yeah,
has.
it is a heavier game. Yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
so my number 43 was Mombasa. What is your number 42, my friend?
Well, if you've already mentioned this one, another 2013 game. It was
I
22,
have
so it
mentioned it.
yes,
When?
you one that you like quite a bit, and if you would play with all of its expansions that would come in the big box. It's about a certain monument in Spain. Is that giving you the hint?
2013, all the monuments in Spain.
One of the monuments. Uh, you're
Alhambra.
building. You're exactly. You
Ah.
yeah.
Ooh, I never knew you liked Alhambra that much.
Yeah. It's a
It
well,
wasn't.
not
It was
not
not.
with
It wasn't
yeah.
here. And Alhambra is 2009 release.
Oh, what did I put 2013 then? Ah, okay, so sorry, 2003 then. Okay, I've
2009.
really
999. Yes, 2009. Yeah. Alhambra is
okay.
2009
Well,
release.
You've looked for the big box. I'm looking for the
Okay,
core
okay,
one.
okay. Oh, okay,
The
okay,
core
okay.
one is 2003. I
Okay,
have
okay.
placed one that shouldn't be there. Sorry about that. So yeah, I depending on which one you can find, yeah, if you like the game a lot, then this is going for the big box is a no-brainer. It has everything that it would ever need. Um, basically, you just playing cards, getting tiles, placing those tiles in such a way that will earn you victory points. So thematic.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's money management. I mean, it's fun playing those,
it
managing your
is.
money.
It is. I wish the theme would be more present, but yeah,
It's a city builder, yeah, in a way. In a build, I
it's
mean,
a really abstract
yeah,
city
it is.
builder.
It's pretty German.
Yes, it's yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
Mombasa
So,
plus Puerto Rico egal love equals love.
that's
Okay.
that's the best presentation I can say about this game. So, yeah, I think it's
Yeah, but
making
it's
building a
good.
city.
It's a good game, and it's a good gateway. You can play it as a gateway. You can add modules
Yeah,
and make it heavier. It's a fine game after all.
right.
My number 42 is a game that was 16 last year. It has fallen a bit because
Mm.
I haven't played it. And I think if I play it, probably it will go up again because I quite enjoy and like this game a lot. And it's a game about making wine,
Vineyards?
fine wine. It's
Or
Vinos.
no, it's Stonemeyer.
No, it's not.
Viticulture.
No, it's Vinos.
Oh, I was right the first time. Why do I second guess myself? All right. You
Vinos,
love your
my friend.
sodas.
I love my Lacerdas. Vinos is a 40 what? 42, right? Um, I, I will 2010 edition. I couldn't care less about 2016. I think it's okay. It's good, but I do like the fair of the how it works. The fair of 2010. I do like the original rules. Oh,
Hmm.
they are yeah. It's more complex, but it is a bit. You have to do certain things. I mean, you have to do them in a certain way, but I have fun every time I play this game. It's a Lacerda. It has a gazillion rules and a gazillion smaller rules which you need to follow. But if you enjoy it, you will enjoy getting those bagels. The bagels are money in this game. Fun. I don't know. Yeah, I think Vita Lacerda's games are, if you like them, you like them. If you don't, probably you won't like most of them. I can't. If you're if you enjoy it, I said this is an older one, uh, and I would say go for it, try it. You will see some of the things which he used here in other of his games, and yeah, it's quite fun. I think it's a quite, yeah, maybe I would say different than his newer designs, which I think they got better and better and better. Um, but I do like the theme, and I do like how it works overall. And what is fun about this one is the fact that if you play it a few times, you will, it's elegant. It's truly elegant for its weight. I have played it with Eli Lester at some point in in a camp, and he did not enjoy the game. I said it's not for me, but he appreciated for how smooth as a design it was for a such a heavy game. My number 42 was Vilnius.
I never get tired of saying this, but Ian O'Toole is legendary when it comes to graphic design. Every time it gets to me.
Yeah.
Good pick.
It might be from you, Andrei, because I get, yes. Someone else says that I'm fine. She can hear myself fine. So yeah, that's weird.
His speakers do not is in conflict with your
so you're working, Andre, you're working. You're on delegation, okay. So that's number 42. Let's go to number 41 and finish with this one, so we can go to the other one.
Yes, I will finish with a game I absolutely adore. It's on my altar of my go-to games when I want to play something that I cannot get enough of. So this is 2016. I don't want to be wrong again. This is a 3-letter name for a board game. Do you know what it is? Another great illustration from Michael Menzel.
Wait a second, because I need to see what happens with my.
Did it really go over?
I don't know it.
Well,
okay.
People are not complaining about my sound, so.
No. It's I don't know. It's what's wrong with my mouse now. Sorry. So you say a 3-letter?
Yeah, Kosti really loves this game, and I enjoy it even more than him.
Wait, so it's a 3-letter. Michael Menzel.
Yeah. Well, he's the artist, obviously.
Of course.
So it's another city.
A 3-letter city.
Yeah.
Michael Menzel. Did we play it on stream?
No, we didn't.
I don't know. It's not Agra.
No, that's 4.
That's 4.
I know how to count, if that's what you mean. All right, so this is Ulm.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
That was an easy one.
Yeah.
You failed, my friend.
But we have played it, my friend.
We did? Oh, what?
You.
Sorry, my memory is failing. Um, we did play, right?
Goa. I
Anyway,
don't think Goa is done by.
no, I don't think so. But it's fun to, take a quiz from now and then again. So this is
We have played
uh
Ulm,
yeah,
you dummy.
it's this is a pretty not a really overproduced game. It's pretty standard in terms of components.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh
It has a smaller board than the.
that's that church that you it gives a 3D feel
Field. Yeah,
close to
yeah.
what you have in Pillars of the Earth, but yeah, it's a different type of game and altogether. So you just go from location to location. You try to complete in the cathedral, either getting points by certain goods that you can obtain or sell. You put your crest on these spots or quarters, I think they're called, and you control that part. When everyone else goes there, you get some benefit. It's I forgot to talk about that 3 by 3 grid, which that's
Yeah,
the
the action
core
selection
mechanic.
mechanism. Yeah,
I'm surprised nobody has taken that.
yeah. No one.
This
Yeah,
is it's so easy. Just push
a row or a column of
yeah
tiles and
with
do
a
the
tile,
actions.
and you take the actions that
Yeah,
you've activated.
you take
It's
a tile and then
yeah.
yeah,
Well, you don't take it if they
yeah.
if
You can take it later.
you
Sorry.
could take it later.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's so simple and streamlined that it just works.
Yep,
It's
yep.
a joy to look at. It's a good um it's a classic Euro at this point.
Uh, yeah, it has a certain feeling. I think this would certainly hit my top 200. I do like this game a lot. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. You know, there are so many games. I've realized that there are so many games I would have liked to talk about, but I can't. They're just
Well,
100. That's it.
it feels like there are not enough games there. We are not we close to 150 because we might cross over, but 150 is a considerable amount of games in someone's collection. So,
Yeah.
when you say that you would have liked to include more, well, do a top 500.
I probably could do that. But nah, well, I think 100 is good enough.
Yeah, it's
It's
plenty.
plenty,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's go to it's enough time. My number
Yeah.
41. My number 41 is a game that we have played on stream, which you don't like,
Okay.
but I love it to pieces. This is a great game, and this was 37 last year, so it's here. I am so yeah, I cannot play it because it's not a good two-player game. I think it's best at four, and it's good with three on certain maps. It's quite good, and it works on most maps with three because, as we know, maps scale in Power Grid.
Railways? So low?
But the game is nah, it's
No
Power Grid.
loading? Okay.
Power Grid.
Why
Oh,
why wouldn't I like it? I mean, it's fine. I'm not a fan of Friedman Freeze, but yeah, it's probably his masterpiece.
it's oh man, it's good. How
Yeah.
far do I stay behind? Maybe I'll try this game to be the first throughout all the game and get the good routes. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so good.
Do not overspend.
Do not overspend. Yeah. How much yeah,
That bidding is
yeah, the bidding is crazy, and I do like bidding games, as yeah, you know. um I mean, I can't sing its praises enough. I think this is one of the best games out there, and the only thing why it's not higher because I don't manage to play it more, and it's I mean, when I've played it we did a 4 player playthrough. Out of I was the only one who sang its praises. All of you were, it's okay. Oh, too much beating. So many complaints, which uh, which shows that you have bad tastes in games. So I I was left to defend and fight for this great game, which unfortunately, yeah, it's hard to get to the table because usually I need 4 players, and you need 4 good players to get the maximum out of it. Awesome game, love it to pieces, and that was my number 41, Power Grid.
You will fight for this game till the end.
Yes, and yeah, it's you have different maps. The market works differently. It depends on the map. Yeah, it is his masterpiece, and I think he has something with the new one. He has something there with the new one. If he manages to create more maps, more things for it. So my number 41 was Power Grid. So my friend, this was 50 to 41, right? We take
Yeah.
a break for about, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes, and we come back with 40 to 31.
Sure.
If Andrei is there at his hotel waiting waiting for the next one.
Of course.
On
This
our
is the
next
best.
quizzes.
This is the best thing you can do on the internet now. Just, listening to our recommendations.
Yeah. So
We'll be back.
we'll be back.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
fun getting into the top 50. I mean, all of these games are awesome. I mean, all my picks are spot on. All your picks, well, it's your
Wow.
picks.
These are gonna move around quite a bit.
Probably,
Anyways,
probably, yeah. So I will say our. You want to say a goodbye here at the end?
yeah, I mean, here you go. You have 20 more options for you to choose from, like you don't have enough. So, mines are. I'm not gonna go there.
Are bad. Don't listen to
You
him.
just, yeah, yeah. So, thank you for listening, and we'll be back sooner than you think.
Yeah. I want to thank, as always, everyone who will come and watch live. I want to thank everyone who will come and watch after the fact. If you like what you see, well, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to tell you when we have something new. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to help, you are welcome, and grateful. And thank you, Radu, for doing this and taking the time. Until next time, I will finish as I always do with play a lot, play loads, have fun, and bye bye, fine folks, wherever in the world you are.